Good morning, guys. I'm just in the 1050 here. That's Ashton on the RX, pulling the 68 foot. My case drill, I'm still waiting on some parts. So I'm gonna go grab this thing, drive it back to the farm, probably 20K. And might be a little longer than 20K actually, but anyway, it doesn't matter. And go bring the Protill back down here. This is all new land, used to be organic. I have nothing against organic, but it's dirty. So we're having trouble getting through some of the weeds. So I'm gonna go mulch them under. So should I pass her or? Oh, the Fendt is winning. The Fendt is pulling away from the John Deere. I repeat, the Fendt is pulling away from the John Deere. Holy cow, I didn't know it was possible. Wait, never mind, I'm not pulling anything. All right, that's embarrassing. All right, you guys, we're just back at the farm there. We're gonna hook up the Protill. And we're fully fueled. I almost ran this thing out of fuel. I was down to 1 bar for a very long time. Made me quite nervous. Guys, we just got our jack hooked up here. We'll use our hydraulics right here. Oh, move these hoses. Get them out of the way. Oh, that's really setting the tractor down. I love hydraulic jacks, you guys. Wow, I don't know. Ha! Is that too much? Almost 5 bars on the ground, or Oof. I hope I don't knock one of those tires off the bead. There's only 6 pounds pressure in there. Ah. Oh, well, I'll keep hooking up. So we're hooked up. A little worried about how much squat we have here. There's a lot of squat. Hopefully I don't wreck anything. Once I get in the field and wing this thing down, there won't be much weight there. So we're nicely going down the road here. We can only do about 20 mile an hour because if you go much faster than that, you'll blow those tires off the Protill. How do I know? As I've done it. They get heated up for a long distance and they'll just blow out. So 20 mile an hour is our max speed. So I'm only going Protilling because I'm waiting for my drill. So I guess I'll go do some Protilling. Well, after what seemed like a forever drive, we are just getting to our field. That's our little portable shop there. That's not the field we're going to. We're gonna go over into this field. So you see, you guys, like I said, this is new land. It used to be organic land, actually, so there's actually a lot of weeds out here, believe it or not. I'm not bashing. I have weeds too sometimes, don't get me wrong. Everybody does. But, like, it's bad. Like, so we're gonna just Protill some of this stuff down so that way we can get through it. Okay, guys, we're just lowering this puppy down here a little bit. This is a Degelman Protill, 40 feet. There we go. Oh. Awesome. So, you want to have 2 of your hydraulics in float, which is the wings this way and then this way. That way it can kind of mold over the hills. And then you run 2 hydraulics together for your ups and down. And now we're just kind of cruising around trying to see. This is the kind of stuff that we're having trouble with. We've already seeded this. But see all this stuff? Look at that. Like, we just can't get through this stuff. We're just plugging and making a big mess. And like, look at that big wad of a plug. So So that's why we're out here. And we're gonna find some of these bad spots and we're gonna disc them up. Like there's a bad spot right there. You see it? So then we're gonna stick the disc down. We're gonna work it up. So you're trying to do around that 10 mile an hour if you can. See all those plugs out there? You guys can't see it. So we're on TMS mode now. And you see that gray? We're looking for gray. That's what we're looking for. We're gonna stick it back in the ground. It's actually a hard pull, but not nearly as hard as that drill. So I just wanted to point this stuff out. So this is what we call, let's go take a look at this thing. This is what we call a Degelman Protill. It's vertical tillage, high speed tillage. You got notched discs on one angle and then notched discs on the other angle. Throws it this way, throws it that way. And then these packers come along and they pack it back down. So in theory you will lose less moisture. But let's face it, anytime you're going to till the dirt down here, it's going to dry it out. Now I know what you guys are thinking. Mike, I thought you said you're no-till. Well, we are no-till. But, or I should say very, very, very minimal till. This is as much till as we're going to do. A few spots where there's weeds, coastal weeds, or apparently you take on new land and you have to be able to get through it. So once we get this stuff in tip-top shape, then hopefully we don't have to use it. So it just kind of works it down. You're looking at it. So while we're driving around on this organic stuff, so to be organic, you're pretty much 50-50, which means you take half your ground, say you had 160 acres, you seed 80 of it. Hold on. You seed 80 of it, and then you cultivate the other 80. And then next year you see the stuff you cultivated, and so on and so forth. You guys got that figured out. So that's why it's all stripped like this. So he seeded that, he cultivated this, and it's all stripped. Yeah, it dries it out incredibly. I don't recommend it. Now I should note that with this Protill, we're only got it set to go down about 1.5 inches, give or take. So that's kind of what we're trying to shoot for here. We're not Protilling right now. We're just driving around. We're looking for bad spots. Oh, that's a washout. Okay, let's go over this other side of the slough. So you can see all that gray stuff there. It's actually still a hard pull. I'm trying to do 13 mile an hour. I'm in TMS mode, and I have transmission in auto. Tractor's just doing itself here. Protills pull hard. Those things are heavy, and anytime you want to do something fast, it takes a lot of power. See if we can get up to 13, or we're going to be stuck at 10. See, I have my cruise set. Maybe it's just going to be a 10 mile an hour day. Well, when we come down, we're going to be actually coming down the hill a little bit, so there's a pretty good chance we're going to get up to a little bit more speed. See, I guess we just had to wait till we go down the hill. We're closer. Nope, never mind. Should have spoke so soon. I find those lines kind of in the way, don't you guys? Now, without Googling it, I'm not sure the weight of the Protill, but I do know it's a whole heck of a lot heavier than a lumpkin. Foot to foot. See all that gray stuff down there? All that kind of stuff that's kind of laid over? That plugs air drills. And that's odd, because normally our air drills go through a lot, especially with those banners up front. But it's just kind of matty. It's all laid flat. And we don't have a harrow to go around harrowing this stuff, so looks like we're gonna disc this stuff down. And this doesn't happen very often, you guys. This is not something that we do. We do not disc down fields prior to seeding them. But seeding must go on. It is highly important. And I guess it's just gonna have to be what it's gonna have to be. Oh, and correction, we're not going 1.5 inches deep, we're going about 1 inch deep. So, because we don't want to go very deep. The shallower we can go and still do a good job, the better it is. Well, you guys pretty much got it figured out. I can hear all the rocks clanking on this thing. Now remember, I did try a Lemken. I have pulled a 40-foot Lemken before. I didn't really like it though. It was too wishy-washy, kind of going all over the place. Every time it would catch on the outsides. This Degelman's heavy enough with all the wheels out there, it does not move. Definitely like it. You guys get the idea. So I've put it into 4% on manual. That does seem to help a little bit, keeps the RPMs up just a little bit higher. Can gain a little bit more speed out of it. Oh, and just in case you forgot what we're having trouble with, there's some plugs. Oh yeah, there's some real bad ones down there. You guys wait till you see that. We can actually just about flirt with 13 by changing that transmission. Look at those plugs. Just in case you forgot how much trouble we were having out here with the drills. That's why we're out here, you guys. Because that is not a good seed bed, as you already would know. So we're doing some little vertical tillage. Alright guys, so I've been just doing some draws, some problem areas. I'd worked up a big chunk up over there, maybe 50 acres or so. And then I've been just kind of doing some oddball stuff, like a little bit here. Wherever there's kind of patches, like if I don't have to work at all, I don't want to. Because I don't want to knock over the stubble, disturb the ground, dry it out. I just need to kind of work the stuff that I probably can't get through. So there was a lot of it up over here, so I just worked all that. That was just easier going up and back on. It was more efficient. If I could, I would lift up over a hilltop, then set it back down on the other side if it wasn't bad, and then just did a couple draws. So I'm pretty much done this now. So now we're just gonna kind of go wandering around and see what we can find. Not only are you working bad weed spots, Russian thistle or something, but you're also working little grass strips, because there used to be a whole pile of little fields, and we're making it all one big field. So that's what we're doing. It's getting a little dusty. And you just turn back around and you just keep going over it. So, I had to go back down to 10 mile an hour. I just can't do a good enough job. Like, 10 mile an hour, it will hold 10 all day long. Wow, unless you're going up a hill or something, but where 13, it just can't. I'm going to conclude this with you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me here with the Protill. I'm hoping to go hop on my air dryer right away. I'll talk to you guys later. Oh, hold on here, hold on.